Ladies and gentlemen, we've just concluded day 2 of the Tekken World Tour Global Finals. I'm speaking a little more quietly to save my voice for days 3 and 4. Tomorrow is the last chance qualifier, an entirely open tournament, plus the losers of the previous 2 days. The top 2 from the last chance qualifier will make it to the very final day. Final day is a top 16 from the winners of the first 2 days, and again, the top 2 from the LCQ. Today, day 2, was focused on the regional leaderboard. These are the players who were the top of their region, top scoring tournament player of their region by the end of the season. So they didn't tour the world necessarily for their points, instead just scoring the most. The format is the same as the group stage from day 1. That's 3 groups of 5 players. I'll show you the groups now. Totally randomly selected. They just drew a letter out of a box. 3 groups of 5, first to 2 sets. If you win a game, not a set, you win a game, you get a point. If you lose a game, you lose a point. That means if you won a set 2-1, you would only gain 1 point. +2, -1. Clear enough? We'll be streaming the rest of the tournament on Twitch. Here is a brief overview of the schedule of the remaining days. This top portion is Japan time. Bottom portion is Pacific time in the US. You can convert it to your respective times. We'll be live on Twitch, answer questions, things like that, do live commentary. Would love to see you there. In any case, let's go ahead and get started with Group A. Now, today was heavily punctuated by nervous gameplay. Whether it was because these players don't have international experience, whether it's because their experiences are focused on dominating their own regions. Group A seemed to be one of the most clear cases of this, if you ask me. We saw, this was a very exciting group, by the way, randomly selected. 3 of the arguably the strongest players that most of the world knows about. Numan Chowdhury, the Steve that I study and has won tournaments in Pakistan. Fear of Silence, one of the best North American players, as you can saw on the leaderboard, 900 points. He toured the most and scored the best out of all the pro players in North America. Daniel Motto, an incredible Italian Jin player, very cracked gameplay, and he was the star of today's pool. Every single game he played in was so dominant. These last 2 are Dedekari from Morocco and Ali Dar from Oceania, from Guam, but representing Oceania. The first match I want to show is covered by the top. Let me see the scoreboard again. This is Daniel Motto versus Fear. And one of the difficult parts of watching this as, you know, Fear's friend and supporter was it looked like he just was not able to get warm and get started. If you watch the gameplay early on, he's poking a lot with down forward 1. He finds a running 2 even. But Daniel Motto finds a sidestep left to immediately start his combo. And this kind of sets the tone for the rest of the set. Daniel Motto runs his offense, and when Fear tries to run his offense in return, he gets sidestepped and launched. A sidestep right in the back 4-3 into an interrupt. Daniel Motto, extremely sharp player. If you're not aware, one of the things Daniel Motto likes to do, when he blocks a low, he doesn't do Jins while rising 4-4 as a punish. In Tekken 7, he used to crouch cancel by tapping up and then doing Jin's 10-frame punish because it was more reward. Back then, Jin didn't have while standing 4-4. So Daniel Motto's not afraid. In fact, he's adamant. Nice parry there into launch. He's adamant about doing the difficult stuff because he practices and he believes he can. And the reward spoke here with Daniel Motto taking it with a convincing 2-0 over Fear of Silence. And this set, it looks pretty much like this the entire time. Fear does make some adaptations to kind of stop Daniel Motto's movement, but it's not long before Daniel Motto adapts back. The next game that was really exciting was Daniel Motto versus Numan Chowdhury. People can say Numan counter hit, maybe it's a dual meaning, but it really stands for Numan Chowdhury. And Numan, again, debatably one of the best Steves in the world. He's a Steve many of us study to try and figure out. But whether it was nerves or something else, just didn't seem to have an answer to Daniel Motto. Daniel Motto, look at that. Hard calling out the high. Let me replay that one more time. Take a look. It happens fast. Start of the round. Numan does an up back 2. It could have been a back 1. It could have been a 1-2-1. But Daniel Motto's ready for it.
Oh my god, he hard called out the high. Well, the thing is, calling out with the duck there is not bad. It could have been back 1. It could have been 1-2-1. It could have been up back 2. So Numan now knows that Daniel Motto is looking for his highs. Back 1-2 punish, wall splat. For some reason, that wall splats. This does not hit. But Numan's in the corner. I think I would have teched away from the wall, just like a small micro decision. But damn, heat smash.
and tons of whiff punishes, waiting for Numan to use his armor. He just seemed to have his number completely. And even when Numan starts to build some momentum in game 2, Daniel Motto is just so prepared.
I think Steve Jin is as good as for Steve as people might think. Hard call out on the back one. Even though Numan tried to save himself with the armor, he still got blown up. Okay, nice duck.
Okay, this is not a good situation. Daniel Motto activates heat. It's all him now. It's up to him to take the game to Numan.
Daniel Motto throwing out hard ducks to try to call out Steve's highs. Second hit clips him here with the heat dash combo. He converts this.
He's going to push very close to the wall hit. Might have a short of it, but...
See one on the ground. Counter hit in the open. Wow. He beat Steve in his own game. He did a run up counter hit high. He's cooking, bro. Jeez. These power crushers are getting blown up, dude. Numan, so let's be clear that Numan is really strong. And in Pakistan, he looks really good, right? But Daniel Motto is making him look like an online Steve player. The whiff power crushes, the whiff get-up kicks, spinning into his... Oh, PhiDX combos, bro. Like, it could very well be a condition thing, like the way that people are feeling, like traveling on this, and like things like that. But this is so insane. No throw break. Dude, Daniel might be a dark horse. Daniel is not a dark horse. He's a Tekken World Tour regular.
And that's a very exciting win for Daniel Motto. Again, Numan has a strong reputation coming in this tournament. And I say nothing to be derogatory, but to kind of contextualize how international nerves can really make a big deal. I've experienced them myself. I experienced them locally. It's very difficult to play your best Tekken at the top level, and that's what makes the pros so impressive to me, is the fact that they can continue to represent some of their best Tekken, or at least something close to it, even when extremely nervous. So Daniel Motto, 2-0's Fear of Silence, 2-0's Numan. A few of the other matches happened in between. The next one I want to show is Dead Akari versus Numan. Now remember, I talked about nerves being a big deal. Dead Akari not performing too well through most of this set, but he surprised us all in his set against Numan. Dead Akari from Morocco.
Okay, wait. Let's see. So we saw Numan kind of crack against Daniel Motto, right? And we saw Dead Akari heating up. So can Dead Akari, like, beat Numan here? Like, pull out an upset? Because Numan's crazy. But Claudio's crazy. By, like, nature. Like, look at this first round. Oh my god! Slice him forward, kill him! Just kill him! Back three, look at that.
And the gameplay ends up looking somewhat basic, but my conclusion I drew, and I'll leave this running while I talk about it, the conclusion I drew from watching this was that it could be the case that Numan is precision built to counter other Pakistani Tekken players. And you see this happen, this isn't like a rare thing. Players like Ayo Ritchie from the UK play a very defensive, almost Tekken 7 style. And these kinds of adaptations often occur in regions with a dominant playstyle. Numan has these advanced power crushes like you just saw, which are kind of pre-built to beat people who do preemptive attacks. So Dead Akari gets a super solid start against Numan. However, despite the initial short-circuiting here, you'll notice again that Dead Akari is in the lead. He makes some impressive plays, but despite that initial confusion on Numan's end, maybe some nerves, he ends up finishing the set 2-1. But for the sake of showcasing the other regional talent, I want to show Dead Akari taking this game. I think it was really cool. It was really exciting at the time.
Being a nice win for Dead Akari. Oh, or setting up Ali, whatever, to what's his name? Alidar? Alidar.
I mean no disrespect when I mess up these names. I simply struggled. And Alidar, if you happen to be watching this, yeah, no disrespect to messing up your name, even though it sounded like it.
Whoa. Numan is interesting. It makes me wonder if Numan's style is precision built to beat Pakistan.
Right? It seems like the timing of Dead Akari completely threw Numan off. Now he does again come back 2-1, but it was a shock. It was a shock to see that game go in the favor of the underdog. Now, even more shocking is Alidar versus Daniel Motto. what was really impressive about this game is how Alidar plays game 1. I did not get the right timestamp, so give me one moment to start it. Watch this game 1. It's very, very decisive and impressive from the Oceania player.
Like, all right. No, I'm not beating these guys, bro.
Alright, here we go. Round 1. Mother versus child. Yeah, you love to see it.
So an early electric from Daniel Mato sets the game completely in his favor. But Alidar is very decisive with his attacks with his forward 2 in the open, and June's combo damage is pretty high. People will justify it by saying that she damages herself, but what ultimately matters is that you're not allowed to make too many catastrophic mistakes against June. This throw catches the parry, making it unbreakable, and a back roll catch.
Backwards. Solid first round. Alidar's confidence is really cool. The way he plays is so confident. It reminds me of Yagami.
Look at the absolute aggression.
Hold on! Domestic abuse match? What the? That's not funny. That's not funny. Go watch the dishes matchup. Asian parenting match. Let's call it that, huh? Unfamiliar matchup. It's not just that, it's the style Alidar is playing is disrupting Daniel Mato's offensive flow. Beautiful! Hold on! Daniel Mato bleeds 2 rounds straight.
When your back is against the wall, you have to make a decision.
Oh!
And Alidar did that.
Whoa! The only man to make Daniel Mato bleed per— oh.
Minus 50%.
Yes! Dude!
Alidar, my God, but just part of my heart is hurting. It's like, why did he not?
Oh my God! Oh, 3-0! Okay!
And that would be the only game that Daniel Mato loses this entire pool. Daniel Mato does come back to beat Alidar in the rest of the set. However, that initial 3-0 was very impressive, and we were all kind of blown away. So at the end of Group A, your qualifiers are Numan Chaudhry and Daniel Mato, 2 expected qualifiers in a very stacked pool, again, filled out randomly. But the 3 remaining players, Fear, Dedekari, and Alidar, we will see them again in the last chance qualifier. Now going to Group B. Oh, these were the scores for this. Yeah, again, Daniel Mato only dropping 1 game to Alidar and 2-0ing everybody else. A dominant display. Numan Chaudhry having a similarly dominant display, but losing 2-0 to Daniel Mato. You can see the final scores on the far right. Fear of Silence, we hope to see him do well in the LCQ. A fellow American, and Alidar and Dedekari showed lots of promise. We would love to see them do well as well. Now, in Group B. Group B. Nope, this is Group C. In Group B, this is another stacked pool. A very, very surprisingly stacked pool. Mo'il, Divine Exorcist, the Sam Brother, Shonen, and Kostakis. Mo'il, a member of KDF, teammates with Ulsan, Mulgold, and CBM, players who were in the finals, or through the global leaderboard. Kostakis is a 19-year-old Greek Lars player who was new to me and ended up playing very impressive. I was really, really blown away by his gameplay. Last thing is Divine... Oh, sorry, not the last thing. Divine Exorcist is from Mexico, so we were cheering for a fellow North American. The Sam Brother, you may have seen him at Red Bull Golden Letters, a Saudi Arabian player who hosts a lot of events. And he's known for kind of bringing a lot of people together into the scene. Finally, Shonen, again, a Red Bull Golden Letters attendee, strong Japanese June player, very excited to see him perform. The first set was Divine Exorcist versus the Sam Brother. And what we saw was that Divine Exorcist had some amazing low blocks and amazing defense. What ended up costing him the set truly were a few missed punishes, but also the Sam Brothers seemed to get his offense started first. Notice the health lead, right? Divine Exorcist corrects a little bit here by finding the string and going into heat first. But in general, the Sam Brothers spent most of the set being the one driving the pace, and then Divine Exorcist had to play from a behind position. Look at this. He's out of heat, out of options, and now he has to survive.
Knockdown. Nice block on the slide! It was a delayed slide and he held it! Rage Art! Oh, nice back three right there. Okay. Beautiful.
And that low block, it was just one of many. Divine Exorcist consistently blocking some really hard to find lows, but missing some punishment, starting the game on the back foot, and it ended up costing him the set. So Sam Brother is the first one to defeat him 2-0. Oh, sorry, 2-1. Divine Exorcist did get a game. The next super exciting set here is Kostakis versus Mo'il. Kostakis starting out the set, starting at the game, the pool, losing to Divine Exorcist 2-0, and kind of not looking like super strong, but he played very confident. I noticed he had a very European style, where right or wrong, he was committed to his decision, and even if it was an insane one, he was prepared for what to do next, whether it failed or not. What he did that succeeded against Mo'il so well early on was he noticed Mo'il didn't duck. Pay attention to this.
Like, I knew the dates and I didn't know the times. I had to like ask. Oh my god, he insist on the lows. This is good. Kostakis insist on lows. Yes, yes. Good adaptation. He saw Mo'il was never ducking. Just keep going low. I like that confidence. Oh, counter hit lightning screw.
He's feeling himself now.
Okay. Yes, make him duck. Make him duck. This is good. Armor low again. Oh, he should have done it. Yeah. Okay. PhiDX combo. No. Perfect.
And look at the confidence. He noticed in game one, because Mo'il took game one, that he was never ducking. And then he made that adaptation to take game two. So going into game three, does he have the flexibility to understand when Mo'il wants to stop ducking? Take a look.
God, I'm never speaking again, bro. Mid. One break. No throw break. Just frame block? Nope. Dude.
Into the mix. Oh, got him with the second hit. He got so lucky he didn't get splattered.
Oh my god!
Second time the lightning screw worked out here.
Very confident lightning screws to augment his gameplay. The confidence is key.
The range option, the heat dash cancel.
Just holding block. No, you have to tap it at the right time.
I like that. Go for the little switch to side.
Nice sidestep too, but no kill. It's Lars. It's Lars. It's never over. Down 1+2. Yes! Sidestep to realign with the side roll. Down 1+2. He's on set point against Mo'il. Sidestep. Arc blast again. Yes, easier combo. Down back 2-1 off a little sidestep to align to the wall. Mix up on wake up. Low again. Go low. Oh, 1-1-1. Almost worked. Oh! Orbital! He got it!
Oh my.
And he 3-0s Mo'il in game 3. Not only insisting on the lows, but whiff punishing with a sidestep whiff punishing a simple 2-jab twice, and then converting into an orbital and lightning screw when needed. Very promising play by the young player out of Greece. Now, the next game was Divine Exorcist versus Shonen, where again we see some great defensive play from Divine Exorcist, but some crucial missed punishes.
But his back's to the wall. Great throw from Shonen. Shonen making that forward 2 safe, but taking chip damage. It's a flow conversion. Not as much damage, but still a butt ton. He still had Tornado, didn't he? Am I tripping? He still had Tornado. Wow. She chipped herself to last pixel. She chipped herself to last pixel. Oh my god, she's gonna heal every time she hits. Punish it! Oh my god! Punish the lows!
You get to play the game a little more this time.
What? That was crazy. Still alive. Okay. There's a low parry. Jeez.
So he's finding the blocks, but something about the nerves or maybe the setup was like laggy or something like that. But Divine Exorcist was not confident in his punishment. I only feel comfortable saying this because we've talked before, we've played before, we're pretty friendly. So I'm hopeful that he will work on his punishment, because despite that, he ended up 2-0ing Shonen despite missing 3 low punishes in a row. I just want to see it one more time. I couldn't believe it.
A butt ton. Last pixel. She tipped herself to the last pixel. Oh my god.
That's 1. That's 2. And that low is full crouch down forward 2, which is punished with while standing 4, not while standing 1-2. In any case, that's enough talking about punishment. Winning 2-0 was great for Divine Exorcist's score. And now we have another very exciting match. This one was incredible to watch. Remember, Mo'il, very experienced on a team with a Claudio player. But something about the way Divine Exorcist played, it's going to look very plain, but the momentum he has here and the confidence in his decision-making is something I really admired. Check it out.
For all the shit we gave him about the punishment, everything else like looks really good. The way he plays the game is so confident. Look at this! He did one power crush earlier. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nice duck! 2 rounds straight.
Very confident gameplay, right? He ends up taking this first game 3-0.
Nice! He recovered in time. That's pretty crazy. Heat. Nice! Wait! He still has heat. One more. Okay, he blew it. Like the heat, not the state of the game. I like that rip. Oh god, not floated. Watch the heat smash. Gone. He's hard ducking. He doesn't give a fuck. And Mo'il's not the. It looks like Mo'il's not the type to just rip it down forward too. So he's just holding the duck. This was a weakness I talked about in the Esports World Cup. Yo, 3-0.
So whether Mo'il was nervous or Divine Exorcist just happened to have the perfect read, he gets Mo'il to switch to Victor. And the game starts going in Mo'il's favor before Divine Exorcist takes 2 rounds. He's on the verge of taking the final round to win the set 2-0, and this happens.
He got a huge advantage off of that. Does he run into an armor? Dude, Mo'il isn't ripping the armor. He's got it. Oh, counter hit, no confirm. Doesn't even matter. He got a counter hit 1+2. This is some spaghetti. Okay, down forward 4-2. Oh, heat dash. Nice wall carry. That was good. Blow up the wall. Nice.
Off one clutch wall combo, it's suddenly final round. Mo'il fighting for his qualification life.
What a comeback there.
Okay, still in it. He needs this round, though.
He definitely needs this round. He needs these 2 games.
Single jab. Yes, good interrupt. Interrupt the stance. Don't respect that. Damn, down 2. Running 2. Interrupt. Oh, he frame trapped. I would have died. Yes. Yeah! Watch punish! Divine Exorcist!
Builds a little distance, spins the rest of his resources, clean duck for Divine Exorcist, but he's got rage.
He was ready.
Side step 4. Oh, he did it.
The Victor move there, even though Victor's in heat, is launch punishable. It's a different move.
Running 2. Interrupt. Oh, he frame trapped. I would have died.
That one out of the stance is launch punishable. It's not his normal expulsion in heat. A lesson for all of us. These are the people who qualified out of Group B, Divine Exorcist and the Sam brother, with Mo'il's crucial loss to Divine Exorcist costing him the qualification. Notably, Mo'il did 2-0 the Sam brother at the end of this, and Shonen 2-0'd Kustakis. I would show those matches, but we have a lot to get to still. Well, not really. We're on the last group. Group 3 is the final group. These are the scores of Group B. Sorry, I didn't finish. Divine Exorcist ending up on top after the Sam brother lost 0-2 to Mo'il. So, NA on top. Viva Mexico. Okay, now this is Group C. I have to grab the image. Here are the players. We have Talon's Book. Book is a clown, man. People are asking, does he not know how to smile? He knows how to smile. He made these faces on purpose. We have Xiaoling, we have Noel, this is Tejan from India, and Yondaime from Madagascar. Xiaoling's from Ivory Coast. Now, this pool was also very exciting. Tejan has gotten a lot of hype in my YouTube comments, so has Yondaime. People have been asking me to watch these, and I was very excited to watch it. I noticed again the effect of, I believe, international nerves, because there were glimpses of these players playing so well. And I want to show you that right here. I was blown away by how Yondaime played in this first round against Tejan.
The first matches are always so crazy. There's so much hype around Tejan from my YouTube comments. Oh, I thought it was Book. It's Yondaime. Okay.
Sidestep right duck.
Slow. Down back 4 counter hit. Wavoo. I love the confidence. Madagascar Tekken. Damn, run up, down back 3. Whoa, he ducked the second hit, Yondaime!
Did you catch that? Nina did forward 3, a double high. Yondaime was ready and ducked the second hit on reaction.
Damn, run up, down back 3.
That is defensive prowess. That is really good. And if you pay attention to his movement beforehand, tons of little sidestep right ducks to get around Nina's pokes. Right? He's a defensive player. And it's very clear that he's very adept and cracked. That forward 3 duck stuck with me for the rest of his pool life. Now, this set goes in the favor of Taejon, mainly because Taejon had this weird way of just insisting on going low nonstop. I had actually never seen anything like that. I believe there's a round where he straight up does down back 3 like 4 times in a row. Yeah, like he tries it. Yondaime gets a few side steps and things like that, but Taejon really does not back off. Taejon wins that set 2-1 here. Here is the third game.
That jab. Damn, counter hit 1+2 there. You lose so much value compared to a Demon Paw. Like, it obviously worked, but like, look at how he has to play now instead of killing with a Demon Paw. I think there's a reason you see a lot of the top Jins play the way they do, is because it ends rounds. But the way he's playing, he has to win more interactions now. Do you see how it's like kind of like, it feels inefficient? How many down back 4s does he have to hit now instead of, wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, he ducked.
So I think Yondaime, if you didn't hear my commentary, I was saying Yondaime plays really well, but his heat usage and the way he pilots Jin feels very Tekken 7. It's almost too honest, and he has to win so many interactions because he doesn't have the heat state blowing up life bars like it does for CBM and Raya, for example. And even though he brings it to a final round, Taejon ends up coming out on top.
Crucial block. As long as Taejon doesn't drop this combo, he's dead.
Yep. So, incredible showing from Yondaime, even though the result didn't add up. Now, what we have next, that was a very exciting match, was Xiaoling versus Book. Book taking a dominant game 1, but Xiaoling coming back in game 2. And the way Xiaoling did it was doing some Xiaoyu stuff, sure, but it was kind of his just raw courage to throw out launch punishable moves because he knew it would hit, and it hit every time. He also showed a lot of comfort on offense. There's a big counter hit, safe launch, and watch how he plays this wall situation. This move doesn't do damage, but it threatens over and over and over again, and then he gets Book stun locked and hits him with the low sweep. Very, very impressive play. And Book struggles to deal with some of Xiaoyu's offense. But what ends up winning him the set is, even though he gets put in a horrible situation early on, he's able to bounce back. A huge whiff punch from Xiaoling. After all that pressure, he dials it back and just chills out. And you guys know when Xiaoyu gets into heat and gets you at the wall, it's going to look very ugly. Yep, heat smash here. Explosive wall right there. Book blocks the mid. Heat burst. Back to 1, just pushing away from the ball slowly. He gets lucky that the second heat smash clips Xiaoyu, and then he just runs away here. But it's not over. A crucial low reaction to that sweep. And he blows up the wall to get as much damage as possible before rage arting. People have said that this is a BM rage art. All I have to say to that is, if you ever spend $1,000 to $3,000 traveling to a tournament and drop a combo because you didn't want to rage art, you will remember that feeling for the rest of your life. You will rage art every time. Secure the kill, get time to think if you need, and cool off. In this case, it's final round, so it's none of that. You just don't want to mess up. So Xiaoling versus Book goes Book's favor 2-1, but Xiaoling put on a great display, showing why he's one of the best players in the Ivory Coast. The next set is Yondaime versus Noel, and this really, I think, highlighted Yondaime's strengths of playing great defense, but also highlighting his weakness of blowing his heat a little early and not using Jin's dishonest offense with forward 2 heat dash, down 2. Those things are scary for Steve, but watch how Yondaime plays this.
I don't know. See, he has a forward button, he just doesn't have attack buttons.
He was 1 round away from winning 2-0, Steve. Yondaime with the adjust. Oh my god, he's jump jabbing now, he's panicking. That's definitely a panic move. And look at how aggressive Noel is being on the offense now.
Do you see how he had played such good defense this whole time? Heat burst and immediately gets 1+2. Even if the 1+2 hits, he still has to take this whole life bar. It's not a favorable situation. It's fine if his defense holds up, but if you're fighting against a Tekken 8 player, it's not going to work very well. All of this could easily be a Demon Paw, a forward 3-1. Of course, there's a place for Heat Dash 1+2, but mainly to chip at the end. So I think Yondaime, even though he ends up playing very well here, it goes to the last second, it doesn't have to. Here's the final round.
For post-nerf Jin? Maybe, shit, maybe he has some insider info. Nice, yes, look at the defense. He's got great defense, man.
Full combo conversion, and you're going to the wall. And on top of that, we're still upstairs. Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Yondaime, real close.
See, hit him. Okay, we got a heat smash. That was cool.
What are you gonna do, Noel? Because you are in trouble right now. Snake charm are not gonna work. Yondaime comfortable.
Nice low parry. That one, the third one was too many, man.
You have to take full advantage.
Is he gonna get the wall flat here? I think he might.
No. He's dead.
Watch for the down four.
Oh my god.
No way. Oh, he's got his health back.
1-2-1. Down 2 Oh my god. Oh my god. It didn't have to be this way, man.
So on stream, obviously, it's more comical and a bit more dramatic and roasty. But the hope is that it just is visually clear that this game is supposed to be aggressive. Use your heat as effectively as possible. And you don't have to play some of the most godlike defense we've seen in a long time. Yonaime's defense is incredible. If he amps up his offense, he might not need to work as hard. But then again, he's the one on the world stage and not me. I'm just sitting in a chair. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Test it out yourself. See what you think. Now, after that set, we have Taejon versus Xiaoling. And Xiaoling ends up beating Taejon's Nina game 1. And Taejon, displaying flexibility, switches to Elisa, quickly taking back game 2. Here is game 3. Taejon up 2-1.
Square hole Tekken. That's why I'm struggling in this game. I can analyze it, but playing it is pretty hard for me. Nice whiff punish attempt. No way he tried. No way that hit him, man!
Rugged punch. Oh, the hop kick.
Didn't get the punish there. Went into AOP right after that launcher.
Oh my god, we had that happen. We had the John hitting full crouch down forward 1. I'm out of here, man. Safe for some reason. Whoa! Snake hits! That was a good option! That was a really good option to track the homing. Oh! Oh, that sidestep.
I said track the homing. It was more track the chainsaw sidestep. Now, the John moment I mentioned is where he actually takes a round off Joka by doing the full crouch reactable king down forward 1. It's like a super slow low you only see in early ranks. But I think that speaks to something. When people are nervous, especially on the world stage, you can get away with using most of your move list. So feel free to use it. When you show up to tournament, do it. Now, second to last match here, we're almost wrapping it up. Noel from Bolivia versus Book. We saw Noel play a few times earlier, and things didn't really go his way. In fact, against Xiaoling, he even picked Dragunov, thinking that the Ling matchup was too hard. I can only assume. But his Steve is pretty strong. Even though it didn't put up the results yet, watch how he plays against Book, hitting nearly every back 1 he throws out.
All day. Youch, bro. I want to ask them about the setup. We've seen so many PhiDX combos, I have to wonder if it was a setup issue. Nice hell sweep. Okay.
And we were cheering for Book here because we're friends with Book. But really, it was incredible to watch Noel put out this Steve performance because we're also Steve players.
Oh, ouch, ouch. Punch parry, dive kicks. That tracking is crazy. You see the move list, right? You can tell it's not the honest Jin guy. He's using Demon Paw. He's using Heat Smash. Does this look like an honest Jin to you? No. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he did down back 4 and got back 1 in the face. Back flicker back 1-2. Oh my god, he got the wall. That is not it. Oh my god, he still won.
Nice, right? 2 back 1s on Book, who you know is the kind of player to look for back 1. And even at the start of this game, look what happens. It happens literally at the beginning of the game, so lock in.
I do think there's an element of being willing to die to Steve back 1 to figure it out, but I think Book is a little too willing to die to back 1.
And that kind of tells the story for most of the set. Book gets hit by nearly every back 1. And although Book ties up the game count, the final game gets very chaotic.
If you've ever played in a tournament and you have dropped a killing combo because you try not to rage art, that's the only evidence you need to rage art every time.
Do you think Steve should be able to fly? What? A big sway to the left. Relevant commentary.
Shit. I'm done playing around. Look at the combo. Look at the combo. Look how much life he's recovered because of it. And the whilst I need one heavy gun Noel now 1 round away.
And we're nervous because we're rooting for Book, admittedly. Yes. The commentary is a bit biased. Book getting a nice wall combo here. And honestly, this hell sweep, I thought it was totally done for Noel. But Noel insisting on the strings, I think it's a very effective way to play Steve. It's actually pretty important to play Steve this way. A 1-3 catches Noel, and now we're set to a final round. How does Noel play it? It's honestly how I think it's pretty important to play Steve in this game. I think Steve is not supposed to play super clean movement necessarily. I think he needs to use his strings. He needs to use a lot of his offense to kind of overwhelm your opponent and catch them looking for the wrong thing at the wrong time. That's general Tekken, but because Steve is so counter hit dependent, making them look for different things is kind of crucial. Noel insistent on fishing for back one, a bit of a trade here. Down forward one, and then the rest of his play here gets kind of nasty, I have to admit.
Yes, Omen time! Ha! Oh my god, he did the safe one. Now he's in the corner.
The double spin low into heat. Sidestep Sonic Fang. Incredibly fast play off of the heat burst, and Noel, a well-deserved win there. Now the final, and this is the lose pose. When you lose a set, they take a picture of you before the tournament that they'll show if you lose. And Book being Book had one of the funniest ones here. The final set was Shaoling versus Yondaime, Madagascar versus Ivory Coast. This was crucial in multiple ways. You'll see that Shaoling's up a game. Because Shaoling won a game, Yondaime can no longer qualify. But if Yondaime wins 2-1, Noel qualifies. So Shaoling needs to win here to ensure his spot. Book has already qualified in the number 1 spot. Now it's a 3-way between Noel, Yondaime, and Shaoling. But determined to earn his spot, Shaoling, even though he drops a few rounds here, ends up converting into the end. A sidestep from back turn with Ling into this, into a kill. Very well played. This is the final group qualification. Book and Shaoling making it out of Group C. Final scores here, very close. Book, again, losing to Noel, and 2-1 versus Shaoling, and 2-1 versus Tejan. In this format, any game loss can be brutal. We loved seeing the international players today. I thought it was a treat. It was cool to get acquainted with the different styles of Tekken. And even though nerves got in the way for a lot of these matches, I think it's still a very promising thing to see, and I'm excited to see how the LCQ goes. We'll be streaming it live tomorrow on twitch.tv/PhiDX. Thank you so much for watching this whole time. If you made it this far, please leave a like and a comment. It helps me a lot. If you have nothing to say, an emoji helps. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.